Hello and welcome back. My name is Barrett from the C4 Cyber Club at Cypress College. And in this video, we are going to go over the Security Plus Lab series, Lab 21, Windows Server Group Policy Object. This is going to be a very quick lab, essentially going over group policy, and we'll set up a group policy object specifically for a firewall rule. So what is group policy? Well, it's a feature of the Windows Active Directory. It adds additional controls to user and computer accounts, and it basically allows Windows domains to manage multiple users and computers in a domain. So you could set up a policy, and it's going to send that same policy out to as many computers that are, excuse me, within that domain. It's just one method of securing users' computers from infiltration and data breaches by adding this level of security control. So now, what is a group policy object? Also referred to as a GPO. A GPO is a collection of settings system administrators create using the group policy editor. So GPOs can be created that define registry-based policies, different security options, or software installation, and much more. So, and like I said, in this lab, we're going to be creating a GPO based on firewall settings. And so you can imagine if this is within a network of 100 computers, just creating this one firewall role GPO will distribute that policy setting to all computers in the network. Great. So we will just be working with the Windows 2012 server machine. As you can see, we only have 8 pages here in the PDF, so a very short lab this time around. Okay. So if you're following along at home, just a reminder, often when you need to sign into these Windows machines, you have to press Alt-Control-Delete, Control-Alt-Delete, and you will need to send that through this menu up here. So we'll send that command, and that's going to allow us to log in here. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we will just come down to the Start menu here, and let's just search for group policy. And you will find group policy management up here. Go ahead and minimize this. Okay, so we're gonna be going through a lot of nested menus here. So we're gonna hit these little down arrows. We're gonna go to the lab local domain. We're gonna open that nest. Then once we'll find the group policy objects, like we were talking about. And you see there's a couple group policies or GPOs already created here, and we are going to create a new one. So you right click, choose new, and we'll go ahead and call this one Firewall GPO. And hit OK. Okay, and then now that we've created this Firewall GPO, we can go ahead and expand this. We'll select the Firewall GPO, right click, and choose Edit. And you see that this is going to open up the Group Policy Management Editor. There we go. And we're going to want to go into Policies, Windows Settings, then Security Settings, since the firewall is related to security. And drag this over so we can read a little bit more. And then we're going into the Windows Firewall with Advanced Security. Great. Click on that with the little brick wall and the globe. And then we will click on Windows Firewall Properties. And this is where we're going to set the firewall rules that will take place across the entire GPO. Okay, we'll come to Public Profile. The firewall state, we want to make sure that it is on. We are going to block inbound connections, but we're going to allow outbound. Now, this is a very typical setup for a typical, maybe office setting scenario where you don't need to be receiving too much. You're going to be blocking those inbound connections, but of course you need outbound connections. We'll go ahead and apply that. Press OK. And now we see that we have a public profile created. The Windows firewall is on. Inbound connections are blocked and outbound connections are allowed. And that is it. You just created your first GPO. Congratulations. Fairly simple once you know what settings you need, what task you're wanting to, accomplish. And that wraps up this lab. Windows Server Group Policy Object settings. Thanks for watching.